Welcome to the fourth installment of Aquarius Farms, and today we're going to talk about some of the benefits of hugelkulture. Now, this form of permaculture is fairly popular. It has its detractors and its fans. I'm not really going to get into sort of the pros and cons other than to discuss a little bit about why we did things the way that we did. And we do have, as you can see, pretty incredible views on our farm, which is a nice side benefit. So probably the single biggest reason we chose the hugelkulture method was an economic one, in that it lets us use a far much less square footage from the standpoint of the enclosure to grow quite a bit more crops, because just like when you fold a piece of paper, you can take an 8.5 by 11 sheet and fit it down into a 2-inch square, 1-inch square. Anybody who's done origami is familiar with this. We get a pretty dramatic increase in the amount of growable surface area because we folded the ground. And economically, that's a big benefit to us because we have a far reduced cost on deer fencing, because we're fencing 1.5 acres instead of a substantially larger enclosure. And it also cuts down on materials costs in multiple other ways. It makes the garden logistically easier to deal with because you just have to traverse less space, especially on a hill like we have, in order to get from place to place. So that's the reason we did hugelkulture. The other benefit was it gave us sufficient growable space that we were able to put in a nice big traffic circle, which, although I agonized about using up that much space, has been a real blessing in that it's made our lives much easier getting vehicles in and out of the enclosure. Now, hugelkulture, or hill farming, is based on Germanic methods that are pretty old. I'm not sure exactly how old, but I've seen references to the 14th and 15th century. And again, they're composed mostly of rotting organic material in the center, which is going to be a nice battery to fuel our garden over the long term, and hopefully improve the soil as we continue to crop and harvest, versus depleting it like is mostly the case with chemical-based, modern, industrial machinery-based agricultural systems. So thank you for watching this fourth installment of Aquarius Farms, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Goodbye.